about how to really simplify making money. I mean, you need to watch this because it's the simplest version of making money that you're ever gonna hear. It's the law of compensation. It's biblical. It's every principle that we know. And we let our minds run away from us. We listen to too many people and we flat out overcomplicate earning money. Good morning, Tia. Good morning, guys. Tonight I'm going to be hosting, and here's the thing. I'm going to be hosting a strategy called a recipe for six figures. But if somebody gives you the strategy and you don't execute the strategy, you're going to continue not to make money. This is my birthday gift to you because you guys have been overwhelmingly just receptive to my birthday. And the thing I can give back to you is to simplify making money. Go to bit.ly/DPWBiz11. Because if I would have had this blueprint a long time ago, my money situation would have been different a long time ago. Some of y'all listen to too many people. You're all over the place. You won't even listen. Let me tell you something. You've been praying for money, but you won't even sit still long enough to listen to this message. My God. You've been praying for a breakthrough. You've been praying for help. You've been praying for this and praying for that. And here comes a free message. Good morning, Luciana. Good morning, Deborah. Guys, make sure you share the broadcast. And you won't even sit still long enough to hear it. But I can't make you. Because you can lead people to knowledge, but you cannot make them think. I'm going to give you 4 ways to just simplify making as much money as you want to in your lifetime. I'm going to give you these 4 ways and you tell me, am I right or am I wrong? At the end of this, tell me, am I right or am I wrong? Number 1, do what you love. God gave everybody something that's miraculous. God gave everybody a gift. People say, Coach, it's easy for you because you're good at this. No, I had to get good at this. Somebody type in get good. I had to get good at this. I didn't just wake up one day and start speaking. I didn't wake up one day and start writing. I didn't wake up one day and start coaching. I had to get good at it. Nobody wants to get good at it anymore. Everybody just wants to jump up and be the best. Jordan didn't just jump up and become the GOAT. Kobe didn't just jump up and become the best. Oprah didn't just jump up and become the best. She had to get good at it. Nobody wants to do the work anymore to get good. There's a cost to being good. Good morning, Evanet. There's a price you have to pay to be good. The Bible says study. Good morning, Jessica, to show yourself approved. You wouldn't be running around with imposter syndrome if you put your nose to the grind and get good at it. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not good at coaching. Nobody can tell me I'm not good at speaking and I can write the ink up out of an ink pen because that's how many books I've written. That's how many people I've coached. That is exactly how many stages I've been on. You cannot dispute my gift because I got good at it. I need y'all to listen real close this morning. Good morning, Rose. Because the money that you don't have is trapped in your mindset. And once you understand that any amount of money that you need to live your life is possible if you do the work. So number 1, find what you love. Stop doing things that don't make sense. If you don't love children, don't open a daycare just because somebody else opened a daycare and made some money. If you don't love children, you don't need to be nowhere near no daycare. Stop trying to get a food truck if you know your ass can't cook just because you seen somebody else with a food truck and they made money. Part of our problem is you're so busy watching somebody else's gift that you don't know what yours is. Part of what your problem is you're so busy overcomplicating this whole money process that you're just stuck. I'm going to break it down. So number one, do what you love. Practice, put the work in, be the best. But do it. Whatever it is you love, I'm going to break it down. It's 4 simple steps, y'all. Let me ask y'all a hard question. If somebody said, I'm going to give you 4 steps to making money, would you follow the steps? Would you follow the steps? Would you listen to the blueprint? Would you execute? Because that's part of the problem. That is part of the problem. Part of the problem is we want to do everything but the simplest of things. We want to be all over the place, but we won't do the basics. So follow me now. And again, I'm going to break all this down from the marketing, advertising, everything tonight. Go to bit.ly/DPWBiz11. I'll give you a checklist of what you need. But this right here is the strategy. Number one, do what you love. Number two, find someone who needs what you love to do. Bam! It's just not that hard, y'all. Somebody put bam in the comments. It's just not. What do you love to do? D. Morris just joined. She loves baking cakes, and she's good at it. Matter of fact, I need to go and get my pound cake in the mail ASAP. D. Morris, Mr. Short say, put his cake to the side. Go and get ours in the mail. Well, we can get it for Thanksgiving. Bam! Somebody somewhere needs what you're good at. I don't care what it is. If you're good at making origami, that's the Japanese paper art, somebody somewhere will buy your origami. If you're good at making chicken noodle soup, somebody somewhere, how you think Campbell's got started? If you're good at tires, how do you think Goodyear got started? If you're good at giving somebody a bed to sleep in at night, how do you think Hilton got started? If you're good at holding on to money, how do you think JP Morgan Chase got started? If you think about everything that exists, it started with one person who was good at what they did. And then they went and found someone who needed what they have. See, let me tell you what part of your problem is. You want to sit still and think that people are going to come to you. You want to market to your existing family and your existing friends on social media. And I'm going to be talking about that tonight. Make sure you register at bit.ly/DPWBiz11. Some of y'all want the answer, but won't even be bothered to register. How in the hell do you get where you're going if you don't want to sit still sometime and take some notes? How do you get where you go? See, everybody wants the easy way, the fast way. Some things you can't shortcut. There's no shortcut for excellence. So number one, find what you love to do. If you don't know what you love to do, it's coaches like me that can take you on that journey and figure it out. I promise you, it's closer to you than you think. It's already in your atmosphere somewhere. You just don't, you know what we do? Because we're so good at things, we devalue them. Somebody say, my God, you are the best at what you do. Everybody and their mama calling you. asking for help. But because it comes easy to you, you devalue it. And instead of going out and finding somebody that will pay you to do it, you sit there and you serve for free. I know everybody can't absorb this message. Only the people that are ready to move their business to the next level. Only the people who are ready to move their life to the next level. I know everybody won't sign up for the night. Only those people that are ready, because it is very hard to look at yourself and say that the reason my money is in suspended animation is because of me. It's very hard. No one, somebody type in no one. No one has control over your money but you. How much you make, how much you don't make, that's you. How much you have, how much you don't have, that's you. Now, you can give your control over to people. You can give your control over to a job. You can give your control over to people when you don't charge them. But the truth of the matter is, no one controls that but you. And the minute you realize that you can either turn the heat up on your revenue or turn the heat down, and that nobody controls that but you, you'll be in a totally different place. Am I helping anybody this morning? Because everybody won't get it. Not just yet. Not just yet. And if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast, because, you know, this really is an entrepreneur's creed. We start this for a reason. And the reason we start this is because it's important to our next level. But the truth of the matter is, we try to blame everybody else. Oh, my family won't support me. Oh, this, that, and the other. When the truth of the matter is, nobody controls your earnings but you. And once you realize that, then you'll be much better off. You allow your emotions to control your earnings. You allow your time. You go to a job instead of working on your business. All of those factors. And if you guys haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you do. All of those factors are what causes your earnings to be either up or down. Present company included. If I don't show up and do what I need to do, could this get any more simpler, y'all? I'm giving you 4 simple steps. 4 simple steps. Number 1, do what you love. Stop trying to figure out what's going to make you money and just simply do what you love. Thank you, Takia, for sharing the broadcast. Good morning, Michael. Number 2, find. Now, I'm giving y'all some verbs this morning, okay? I want everybody to understand these are verbs. That means when I give them to you, you have to use them as verbs, meaning you have to take action. So when I said do what you love, that means you got to locate what you love and do it. No one can pay you for a thing that you're not doing. Number 2, find. Another verb. Someone who needs what you do. Can I tell you a big mistake we make? We try to push our products and services on people that don't really want it. They need it. They need it. They need it, but they don't want it. You got to stop trying to sell your products and services to people that don't want it. I know it's hard. I trust me. I look sometimes and I say, if they would just listen, okay? But I can't make people listen to me, even if I know their remedy. When you get good at what you do, sometimes you can just look at people and tell what they need to do different. Good morning, Jessica. But you can't make them hire you. You can't make them let you help them. When you do so, your way. I committed last year, and I'm gonna recommit this year. I'm gonna recommit to opening my mouth and giving people feedback that ain't asked me. Somebody say, "My God." Good morning, Letitia. I'm gonna recommit to not opening my mouth, and that if they not a client and they haven't asked me, I'm gonna keep my damn 2 cents to myself, and I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on me. Ain't nobody calling over here trying to help me. Good morning, Kimberly. So I gotta do something different, and I suggest you too. You do too. So number one, do what you love. Find someone that needs what you do. This next one is earth shattering. Is y'all ready? Y'all ready? This next one is it's gonna blow your mind. Somebody throw up the little blow your mind emoji. This next one is just gonna blow your mind. Guys, if you're not registered for tonight's webinar tonight and tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, bit.ly/DPWBiz11. It's a free webinar. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. So this next one, I said, do what you love. Find someone who needs what you do. Oh, and charge them. Charge them. Somebody type in charge. What's so hard about that? Stop creating nonprofits and you ain't got no profits and go fool around and be in the soup kitchen yourself. You run around taking up donations, you're going to be the one that need them if you don't stop your tomfoolery. Find someone that needs what you have and charge them. Why is that so hard when you spend your money? You go to the store, you hire coaches, you get technology, you do all of these other things, but you refuse to charge for your gifts and your service. It is not brain surgery. Your simplest way to make, I'm going to tell y'all two things. Your simplest way to make money, right, Brent? Brent said, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to work for free? The Bible says a worker is worthy. Michael said Eva Wilma and Flintstone and Betty Rubble said charge it. The Bible says a worker is worthy of their pay. If you're doing work for somebody, what would make you not worthy? That's why I say, y'all, it's the lowest common denominator. It's the simplest equation. If you want to make money, do what you love. Find somebody that needs what you do and charge them. Anybody want to know how to make millions of dollars? I'm talking about unlimited revenue. Anybody? And when I say this, I say this. You're the only one that controls your money. The link to register is right on the screen. Let me change the background so y'all can see it. bit.ly bit.ly/DPWBiz11. bit.ly. That's tonight at 8 p.m. and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So anybody want the key to making millions of dollars? Michael said, tell us. Evanet said, yes. Somebody else, tell me if you want the key. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the key. So we already said the key to making money is do what you love, find somebody that needs what you have, and charge them. Well, the key to making millions is finding more people. Good morning, Alicia. I'm going to say this again. It's so simple. Now, can I help you with the strategy to find more people? Okay. So if you don't know what you love to do, I can help you identify that. If you don't know how to find the people who need you, I can help you with that. If you don't know what price to charge them, I can help you with that. And certainly, the key to millions is just find more people. That is the law of compensation. The law of compensation is that your revenue is in direct correlation with the number of people you serve. Why is it that Apple is on pace to be one of the first $1 trillion corporations? Do me a favor. How many people here have an Apple? If you Appleistic, put me in the chat. You got an Apple. You got an Apple phone. Put me in the chat. Apple phones are arguably 50% of the phones in rotation right now. So you got Apple phones that's 50%. Then you got Google, Android, all of these other phones. That's the other half. And Android is an operating system that can exist on any type of phone. Apple has its own operating system. So now you see, you have the apostolic faith, Teresa. That's what Darius be saying, girl. So now you see the math behind the money. If you want $1 million, you got a product that costs $1,000, then 1,000 times 1,000 is $1 million. Can you find 1,000 people to buy your $1,000 product? Most of y'all got 3 and 4 and 5,000 people following you on Facebook anyway. It's the simplest of things, guys. We tend to overcomplicate it with our mindset. Now, I broke that down. And you know what, Monica? This is what I think people have to work on. And I agree that it's a clinical issue. Rivka, you need to be making some money then. But I also agree that it's a belief issue. And sometimes we got to separate our self-worth from the business. I just started this journey on studying Stoicism. And if you don't know, a lot of the early philosophers were Stoics, Stoic. The way that Christianity uses Stoicism is that my grandmother used to tell me, turn it over to God. Turn it over to God. As a Stoic, I'm going to go do the actions. And I'm going to look at them as a bystander. Too many of us tie our emotions with our business. So let me go back to what you said, Monica. And good morning, Monica number 2. In business, there's no room for your personal judgment. And if you struggle with that, instead of comparing your gifts and talents to yourself, compare your products and services to the market. And again, one of the first things I teach my clients is mindset. So at the end of the day, if you need help, whether it's believing in your worth, let me help you. Whether it's understanding what people will pay, let me help you. But you're absolutely right too, Luciana. Let me tell y'all something. When I tell people they have a problem and they say, "Oh, I'm working on it," my first question is, how long? How long have you been working on that same problem and not solved for it? They say that the definition of insanity is to do the same things over and over and expect a different result. Sometimes we can't see far enough to say, if I just invest the money I need to get some help today, that's going to free up all this money that's been locked up. But again, we got to be ready and willing to do the work. Four simple steps. Number one, do what you love. 2, find someone who needs it. And look, I said charge them. I wrote down charge them a fair price. But the truth of the matter is, who dictates how much you charge? Some of y'all's problem is that you're letting the world dictate how much you charge instead of charging your worth. And that's the truth of the matter. Next, I said, do what you love. Find someone who needs what you do. Charge them whatever you want to charge them. And then go find more people. If most of you guys have followers, but do you have a community? And that's what I can help you build. Because it takes a community to buy your products and services. All these individual clients, one by one, you're going to keep having to go fish one by one. See, well, if you have a community and you got products and services, you should be getting paid a lot. See, y'all, let me tell y'all, and another thing Stoicism does. Stoicism says if you have a problem, look at yourself. It is the hardest thing for us to look at ourselves and say, I really need to do something different. Because let me tell you, and I read this, I think I read this to you the other day, Brent. Because you're fooling yourself into thinking you don't have a problem. And as long as you fool yourself into thinking that you don't have a problem, you're right. You don't have one, but the problem is bigger than what you think. Let me see if I can find this. But basically what he said was, unfortunately, when you think you don't have a problem, you can't change it because you don't think you have a problem. Let me see if I can find it. You can't learn what you think you already know. In other words, somebody write that down. You can't learn. So if I go to school and I think I already know my ABCs, even if I'm wrong. Can't nobody teach me nothing because my mind is closed, because I think I have the answer. And I'm not open to more feedback. I'm not really on that journey of questioning why. If you just ask yourself the question, why am I not further along? And you really give yourself the opportunity to answer that truly, you will find that it's because most of us need help. And your help is limited by what you think. Yeah. He said that a man that will not acknowledge that they need help can't be helped, because they already think they know the answer, even if it's wrong. So let's talk about the levels. If you're not generating 6 figures a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, there's room for you to get help. If you're not generating revenue at a Bill Gates level, Oprah level, Michael Jordan level, there's room for you to get help. One of the hardest things in the world is to admit we don't know. Even when it comes to the things that we've never done before. You've never built a business, but yet you hold yourself accountable to knowing all the answers. You've never made $1 million, but you hold yourself accountable for trying to figure it out. When it's all said and done, you got to realize that there is just a in what you know and what you don't know. And until you get on that journey to being a lifelong learner, because even once you know it, you got to have so many tune-ups that it's ridiculous. Knowing it is not enough. You got to refresh your mind. You got to change your actions. There's so many things you have to do just to stay. Getting to the top ain't enough. You got to do a level of work to get there and stay there. And that, my friends, is the truth. But the whole act of making money, stop overcomplicating it. Do what you love. Find someone that needs it. Charge them and keep doing it until you meet your money goals. That's it. That's all. That's it, guys. We're going to talk about different levels of strategy, advertising, marketing, finding your target, all those things tonight. But the essence of the formula is so simple. It's no wonder we messed it up. Because a lot of times we're looking for everything but the simplest answer. And we live in a knowledge-infested world now. So, of course, everybody's telling you something to do. Go do this quadrant of paralysis and analysis. And then you need this funnel of incorporation multiplied by this lead magnet and landing page. All of that is the technicalities. The truth is, find somebody that needs your help and they will pay you. And they will literally pay you whatever. Because that's who needs your help. So if you're not signed up for tonight, make sure you sign up bit.ly/DPWBiz11 tonight at 8 p.m., tomorrow at 8 p.m. Come get your questions answered. Let's talk about what it really takes. Again, guys, thank you so much for recognizing my birthday. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys a little bit later this afternoon. Bye.